That's a
Hello.
bummer.
How are you?
I'm okay. Today I've been feeling pretty good. Today was a good day. I was um had a busy morning. My son graduated grade, so
Oh, congrats. That's amazing.
it was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
But I was definitely wiped out after a little bit of social interaction, and I'm just wiped out.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
so go through your food journal, and I saw the anxiety has been a little bit higher. How are you feeling about that?
um, like I said, today I felt better. It wasn't too bad. I just I hadn't had a panic attack in a long time. And so it just really discourages me. And I start worrying that they're going to start happening again. And it just makes me so sad and then makes it worse, because
Yeah.
I can't go back to that. So I'm hoping maybe it's just part of the die off. And it was a stressful week being alone with all my kids. and um,
How long did it
yeah,
last for?
I mean, it was only a few minutes, but it just came out of nowhere. I was just doing some work on my phone and everything started going, you know,
Yeah.
what your tunnel vision, and I felt like hot in my throat, and I know I have to breathe, and it's like I know I'm not dying. This has happened before,
Yeah.
so I was able to breathe and pull myself out of it within like 5 minutes, but the rest of the day, I mean, it took everything I had to function,
Yeah.
which was really hard. But I feel like because I was alone, I knew I had to. Um, so that kind of helped.
Yeah. You're very
As hard as it was.
strong. That's a lot of stuff. So the day that it
Yeah.
happened, I'm just gonna go back to the food journal. So, um, do you remember the day before, like what you'd been doing, anything different?
I felt great. So most of the week, after I had talked to you on Wednesday, um, the next day I felt pretty good. I felt like, okay, maybe my body's getting used to the diet. I'm starting to get some energy back. So I felt really good on Thursday. Um, and even Friday morning, I felt good. I was a little tired just because it had been a long week. But so that's why it just completely hit me out of nowhere because my daughter was napping, the kids are at their last day of school, and I was just relaxing. And so, yeah,
Mhm.
normally when I've had them before, it's been because something else is going on or I've just been panicked or whatever. But it just came out of nowhere. So I don't know.
How do you feel after taking the B vitamins? Because sometimes like the B
So I
vitamins.
didn't, I took it that day. That was the first day I took it. And I haven't taken it since because I was worried that it was that. Because, I mean,
Sometimes, yeah,
yeah, I've taken them before, but
yeah.
go ahead.
What they should
You
be
off.
doing is they should be helping with the nervous system. But sometimes if it's a little bit too stimulating for the person's nervous system or the adrenals, then it can cause like a bit of overstimulation and a bit of
Right,
so at the
right.
moment, I feel like the more gentle support and the more slowly building you up would probably be better rather than overstimulating. And so
Yeah.
especially
I thought maybe it was that, but then because it continued,
yeah.
I thought, well, maybe it's not. It was just a coincidence, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
With our adrenals and with our nervous system, so there's the nervous system and the adrenal system, and they can both get worn out at the same time. So if the adrenals are a little bit worn out, I find that there's like the low energy. I think last time I went through the different stages of the adrenal stuff. And then if the nervous system gets worn out, they tend to be more apathetic. And then adrenals, if it's worn out, they tend to be more anxious. So I think yours is the more anxious stuff overstimulated. So kind of just calming down. And then what you said in the beginning about when you social situations, like if there's too much social outside stimulation as well, it can be overstimulating. So I know something from the mat, if we kind of give them a bit of some yeah, and then I also find like with the nervous system in the digestive system, there's something called the enteric nervous system. Oops.
Sorry, I'm trying my phone because I can't hear you very well on the computer, so I'm wondering if it'll be better on my phone.
Sure.
Um, it keeps getting like muffled.
I hear it as well.
Um,
No problems. Do you want to, so I've got your phone. Do you want to close the
Okay. There we go. Okay, that seems to be a little better.
Cool. And then turning your phone that way. And then logging out. Oh, I can just kind of remove you from there. I'll take away the computer one.
I'm sorry.
No problems. No problems. That sound keeps better. Can I get that one to go? Cool. How does that sound for you?
Perfect. Much better.
Cool. We'll just do that.
It's all information I want to hear, so I'm like, oh.
Lucky it's recorded. And then also what I was saying, so you have the enteric nervous system. So the enteric refers to anything on the inside of your intestines. So in the enteric nervous system, we have more nerve endings than we do in the spinal cord. So if these guys are getting overstimulated, then it can cause overstimulation of your entire nervous system. I see it heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps. And so kind of, if you've ever seen what a nerve cell looks like, you can Google it after. It's kind of like this. So it looks like this is like the dendrite or the nerve cell, and then these are like all the little bits that are kind of firing with the other nerve cells. And so if it's overstimulated, it's like shh, then you're just like so sensitive to other stuff. So you're sensitive to noise, you're sensitive to people, you're sensitive to smells, all these different things are overexciting your nervous system. And then when it's coming on the inside as well, if your digestive system is irritated and inflamed, then if you eat something that your body doesn't, even if it doesn't remotely like it, it kind of overstimulates this nervous system even more, and it can cause that as well. And then also, if there's like leaky gut or if there's the overgrowth of the gram-negative bacteria, then these are the ones that can cause the inflammation in the gut, cause inflammation in the body, can cause inflammation in the brain, can get those feelings of anxiety and depression as well. So many connections.
I mean, it's good to know. I feel like I'm aware now that there's just something going on in my body, so I'm aware of that, which is good. So I know that I'm not having a heart attack, or whereas before it was like, something's wrong, I'm dying,
Yeah.
So at least now I know something's just off, and I have to remember that. So
yeah, cool. I think you did well to take out the B vitamins, and so I'm probably going to recommend continue to take them out. And then as your digestive, it looks like your digestive system is calming down already from going through your food. So that's really good. And congrats on all the different variety of the vegetables. You really invested.
I know. I think I'm at like 20 now.
Oh, that's so good.
Still got a long ways to go, but
yeah. But so what that's doing, and that's going to be working on your microbiome even before we get to that second stage. So this first sort of stage, when I feel that you're ready, is going to be the cleaning outy stage, and then the rebuilding stage comes after. But you're already starting the rebuilding process by eating all those veggies.
Right.
That's so much easier.
Good.
Cool. So let's start. Ubiome test arrive yet?
I haven't gotten it back yet. No, I sent that out. I guess I didn't send it out till Monday because I missed him on Sunday because my bowel movements weren't working with me. Until they've been great since maybe just Monday. But I feel like Monday I finally are cleaning out and like having consistent. They're all sinking to the bottom of the toilet, and they're.
Congratulations.
I know. So happy about that.
So good to have a good poo if you haven't had good poo.
No. My stomach feels so much better.
Yay. Okay. Did you have any questions first on the foods, and then I'll go through the journal with you and tell you what I see?
I don't think so. I've been eating a lot of soup, so I'm kind of ready for some variety. So I made myself like a stir fry tonight, and with a little bit of soup. I'm also wondering, is that okay if I just do a small serving of soup and then eat?
Absolutely.
Something that I can eat more of, yeah.
For sure. And then I'm a textures person as well. So sometimes with my soup, I'll just kind of pick out the things that will, when I blend it, make it creamy. So say if I'm making like with cauliflower, broccoli, all the different things, I'll pick out the cauliflower, pour the water into the blender. Oh no, you're gone. I'll just wait till she comes back. Doesn't seem like a technology day. Oh, I don't know.
You're having a heck of a time tonight. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what happened. I just blacked out.
I don't know.
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's no problem. I always have spaces between my appointments anyway,
Okay.
if we go over.
Oh, it's been so smooth so far tonight.
No problem. So I was saying with my soup, so because I like textures as well. So sometimes with my soup, I'll pick out the cauliflower, blend that with the water, and then pour that back in over the big chunks of veggies, and then that gives me the chunk of soup.
Okay.
But steamed is
Good
fine,
idea.
fried is fine, anything, just as long as it's cooked, it's going to be easier for you to digest than the raw. So you're probably noticing that. So last time, when I looked through your food journal last time, there was like lots of salads, and this time, so much more variety and a lot more cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bloating's coming down. So that's really, really good. Congrats. I love it when the body just responds so well when you get it onto the right track. So.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we're going to start from Thursday, May 16th, I think that says. So this is when you just kind of started changing things. So we had the bloating right away, 3 gas, burping, cramping. And then I'm just going to click to the end. And so then your last day, gas is down to 1, bloating is down to 2, bloating is down to a 1. So from the difference in a week, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, it definitely. And I think cleaning out, finally, like going to the bathroom has really helped. So I did a coffee enema yesterday, so
Cool.
that helps.
Yeah, for sure. And that just helps with detox as well, and just gets things flowing through, so that when I think we could even be ready to start antimicrobials. That's a really good sign.
Ooh, yay.
And so that's just from food, magnesium, and some bitters. So we haven't even had to do anything much more than that. So that's great.
Okay, good.
And so Saturday the 18th, that's so much more variety. So tomatoes, broccoli, green beans, asparagus, zucchini, butternut, kale. They said I could a little bit of bloating, but not so much. Same as lunch. Energy on Monday was a 4, sleep was an 8, still slightly anxious and tired. Burping is at 2. So it looks like burping is the main symptom that's still there.
Yeah, I'm still getting it. It's not as bad, but it's still the.
How did you go with the betaine dosing, with the experimenting?
So I'm only at I'm only doing 2 right now. I mean, if I wasn't sure if you wanted, I know you said to do it until I get the burning. Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted me to do more than 2, because that was, I mean, I will, but I tend to get, it's weird because every now and then I'll get burning like maybe 3 hours after I've eaten, like almost right before I'm ready to eat again. So I didn't know if that was related or.
Do you taste your food again? Or do you get like a trapped gas? Does it feel like a cramp or a spasm? Anything else?
No, I mean, I will end up sometimes, so I'll end up burping like hours later, like I said, but I don't feel like, I feel like it's just like, whoa, where did that come from? That was a lot of air, but I don't feel like I taste it again. I don't think.
Yeah. So with the burping, so as I was saying last time, it's very often like not digesting things well enough in the stomach. So that's where the betaine can come in, because in the stomach we digest our protein. So you only need to take the betaine if you eat a protein-rich meal. So if you're just eating some veggie soup, then you wouldn't need the betaine. And so then the betaine hydrochloride helps to break down your protein molecules into the individual amino acids, and then it becomes easier for the rest of the body to do the work on digesting and absorbing them. Other reasons that it can happen is something to do with the esophageal sphincter. So sphincter is that muscle, just like you can probably feel the one in your bum, it like opens and closes. So if this one doesn't stay stuck shut, and when it opens to let the food in, and then it should close. So if it kind of stays a little bit open, it can let some of the acids and food rise back up again. It can cause that sort of burning. And then another reason could be the pyloric sphincter, which is the stomach. So the little muscle that opens up from the stomach into the small intestine. So if that's not opening at the right time, it's like called gastric emptying. So gastric is your stomach. So if the stomach's not emptying its contents at the right time, then that can cause it too. So the different things to kind of do from there. So if it's the esophageal sphincter, we want to avoid peppermint because it relaxes that. So no peppermint tea, even though it can help with lower digestion. with the stomach, that betaine hydrochloride, so increasing until you get that burning. So taking
Okay.
it towards the end of the meal, and
Right.
then paying attention to how you feel for the next half an hour after. And
Okay.
so, yeah, increasing by 1 until you get that burning, and then dropping down by
Okay.
1. Yeah.
Okay. Um,
And then another thing that's just a nice thing to get into is just ginger everything. So ginger tea or chewing on some ginger before meals, because
okay.
ginger helps with the gastric acid.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Awesome. So all those things, and they're kind of like lifestyle things as well. So ginger tea is always going to be good for your.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. I'll get some of that or make it.
Yeah. And how did you go with the belly massage and the water in the mornings?
Good. I've been trying that. I feel like it helped one morning that I did it. But I can't, I mean, I don't feel like I get much other than that one morning. I felt like I haven't really gotten much movement from it. But usually the last few days I've been good with just water, not even drinking a whole liter yet before I'm ready to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Today I drank my lemon water a large amount, but we were just going right off the bat. So when I don't have the time to kind of just wake up and like relax for a bit, I never can go to the bathroom. So, but I went tonight, which was weird. I never go at night. So I went.
Better afternoon. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the belly massage?
If it's working.
How did you find it?
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it a few times. Like I said, I think it helped Monday morning I did it. And I've been trying to do it before or right after I drink my water and lay down. But honestly, it's probably only been a couple days that I've tried it. I didn't get to do it this morning.
Yeah.
But I do feel it moving some stuff around, I feel some bubble.
Cool.
And
awesome. Yeah. The more you do it, it's just going to be better and better and better. And then that can even help to tone the muscles as well. So with our core muscles, like we tend to think that it's a six-pack, but it's actually the muscles on the inside. So even kind of just waking them up a little bit can gently start to retone those muscles. So that's really nice.
Okay.
And then when the muscles are more toned, then they can do the peristalsis more. So peristalsis is that pushing of the food through the digestive tract.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else you see from your food journal? Still the gas. Is it still smelly gas or is it just air?
No, it smells, but it's not terrible. It smells like soup. But yeah, for the last couple of days, it hasn't been too bad. Smell-wise.
That's a really, really good sign because it's only been 2 weeks that we've been going, and
yeah,
well done you.
Yes.
Ooh. How is your energy today on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think I started it. I said it was about a 6. I felt this morning it was probably a 7. I felt good. I even felt good during the event, but then about 1 o'clock after I ate, I was just tired. I mean, I made it through the day. I went grocery shopping after, and I kept myself busy, and I was able to do that. So that's good. I wasn't, stuck on the couch or anything, but I just felt really tired, and it just took a lot to keep going. But by 6 o'clock, I felt a little bit more energy coming on. So.
Okay. I don't have the food journal from today. What did you have for lunch?
So I had 3 ounces of ground chicken, and I had a serving of the soup, the same soup I've been eating, with a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. So the same thing that I've been having.
Okay.
Does my protein intake, does it look like it's too much, or does it seem okay?
Oh, let's look. 2 eggs, ground chicken. Fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. And then I had 4 ounces of ground turkey tonight.
Yeah. No, that's
okay. Okay.
With I don't know it in ounces, but like in grams and kilos. So it's 1 gram per kilo of body weight for someone that's quite active.
Right.
8 grams for someone that's kind of just normal amount.
Sedentary, yeah.
So that's, yeah, totally fine.
Okay.
Ooh. And the soup, I'm going to again. So the soup, kind of the Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, zucchini, celery, carrots, broccoli, all those ones?
Yes.
Yeah. So either it could be, again, that betaine could help with if it's the protein. So if you're going to give it time because of the protein, then the betaine will help with that. And then otherwise sometimes like when we eat the carbohydrates, so in your fruits and vegetables, the main part of them is carbohydrate. So when we eat the carbohydrate, that breaks down into the glucose. To get the glucose into the cells, we need a hormone called insulin. And then every time our insulin levels rise up, our adrenaline levels rise up. Every time our insulin levels go down, our adrenaline can kind of go down as well. Like they go up and down together. So sometimes it can be because we haven't digested the food properly. So it's just because digestion takes a lot of energy. So it's just like
Right.
that too. So then the way to kind of figure it out is to increase your betaine to help you break down your protein. If it still happens, then we know that you're struggling with the carbohydrates. And there's different things.
Okay. And then before we just with the burping, I don't know if this will help you with any information, but every time I drink water, even every sip, it's almost like I have to burp a little bit. Do you think that's like along the same lines?
Then I think back to the gastric emptying. So your stomach isn't emptying so well.
Okay.
And ginger.
All right. Perfect. Okay. I didn't know if that was something. No. Just paused you while you were speaking. Oh, it did it again. Oh my gosh, it keeps shoot.
Come back.
Oh, now I hear you.
Oh, we'll just explain test results. I'm going to come back, Kristen, if you watch it back. Hey, there you are.
You keep freezing.
I know, is that
I'm
you?
sorry.
No problem. I was just going to start talking about your test results and what I'm
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about it then. So methane is like super, super high. So
I have
hello.
a feeling it's probably gonna freeze again.
That's it. If it does, I'm just going to carry on talking because this is recorded anyway. So then I'll kind of share
Okay.
with you. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the certain strain of probiotic that's going to help to reduce the methane levels because your methane is super, super, super high.
Okay.
And then there are so Alimax is specific for bringing down these methanogens, which release the methane gas. So I'm going to bring
Okay.
that in as well, but starting super slow. So we've got to build up to three twice a day, but starting at one. So bringing in one at nighttime, and if that went okay, then bringing in one in the morning, one at night, then two in the morning, two at night. Anytime, if I don't, it doesn't always happen, but maybe like say 15%, it's just like too much for that person, so we just pull back. So if you feel really tired, if you feel like itchy skin, if you get any headaches, just shoot me an email and I'll tell you what to do. Okay.
Okay.
It shouldn't happen, but it's nice to know that if it does, it doesn't mean a disaster.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. And so then next week is our week free. So if you have any issues, just let me know. Otherwise, we've got some questions in your folder as well. So we go through those. We just continue them. And then stay off the B6 complex. I don't feel like that's such a good thing for you right now. Continue on with the energy extra and the Dr. Shade's bitters. That does help stimulate your digestion. So that just helps it get stronger and stronger and stronger. Still the digestive enzymes are increasing to find that burning and staying on the magnesium as well.
Okay.
So stop share there. And so on your questions, there wasn't a date. Was it from this week?
There wasn't.
A date on the question. It just says your doctor prescribed 100 milligrams of progesterone and also wants me to take the DIM detox since your estrogen progesterone ratio is off. So what I kind of do, so with your Dr. Shade's bitters, so anytime you taste something bitter, it stimulates your liver and your gallbladder. And your liver is your major cleansing organ. So I'm using it to help with your digestion and then also to help with a bit of cleansing. And so then I often find when you work on the liver, then the liver is able, because hormones are chemicals, so the liver is able to process out the extra chemicals too. And then I also feel like a reason why your hormones could be out of whack is to do with the adrenals. So I remember that last time with the pregnenolone steal. So with the HPA axis and the HPG axis. Yeah. But then I feel like the body at the moment is just stealing all this pregnenolone to make more cortisol because your body feels like it's having like a war on the inside with everything that you've been through. But as that starts to normalize, it should start to normalize too. So I would probably retest your hormones in about 3 months and then see where they're at from there. Because you're so wonderful. So rather than kind of just giving more progesterone, I want you to fix why you don't have the hormones.
And that's what I figured. I was like, I don't know if I just want to start taking stuff, if I could just heal and it'll get better. I don't know. So
exactly. Almost always, it's kind of like you've got all these symptoms and then you come to here and heal it from here and then they kind of resolve because you fixed the bottom.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. Any other questions?
And then do you want me to continue with the liver love as well, or just stop with that and...
Yes, please, actually.
Okay.
Continue with that one and then, because we're not going to see each other for 2 weeks, so I might get you the one that I'll get you to swap onto. It's called Liver Support. I really like that. Do you need any more magnesium?
Not yet. I don't know how. I should probably pay attention to how fast I'm going through the bottle.
I get them shipped out within 1 business day anyway. So if you know, you can just email Sam and then she can do more for you. No problems.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. Have an amazing rest of your week.
Good. And I'm staying on phase 1, right? Or just the restricted diet part?
You can probably start to experiment now, actually, because your symptoms have come down so much. So remember, so this is like your new baseline. The bloating looks like it's down to between a 1 and a 2. So if you find when you add something in, it goes up to a 3 or a 5 again, then it just shows that that food's not your friend just yet. So it doesn't mean you can't again. Just take it out and maybe later bring it in at a smaller dose. And then when you're introducing, just try to introduce one new thing at a time. So then you get an idea of what's happening in your body.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
if you bring in something, like say you start with a banana and then you just blow up like a balloon, just know that it might take your body about 3 days to completely calm down again. If you've
Okay.
involved the immune system, it can take 3 days for that inflammatory response to calm back down. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Okay. I almost just want to stay. I want to stay on this because I want to see if it is, you know, like
Yeah.
completely calmed down, or if it's just that time of the month where it's feeling good or what. But
Yeah, and that's okay. Like a slow and steady definitely wins the race. So the more variety you get now, and the slower that you do it, the better. Because also with the slower that you do it, then it becomes like that positive reinforcement. Because life begins outside our comfort zone. So it kind of, if we stay in our comfort zone, then it's like, okay, I'm safe here. Then it gets a little bit scary. But if you have half of the time and it's okay, you're like, oh, cool, that was fine. And then you have some blueberries, and that's fine too. The whole body starts to relax around food again, which is amazing. So nice.
right. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry it was so hard today.
No, sometimes it's just like that. I think, and then for next month, I think I found you a different time. Let's double check that. Yes, so from next month, I found a regular time on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Does that work?
That's probably even better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll see you then.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, lovely. See you.